because of course you don't want to be cold in there. But the key is that the longer you soak, the more beautifully you'll see the water beads off your skin. And that's because the toxins are coming out through the sebaceous glands, creating natural moisture. So you'll have like a little bit of a barrier of oil that is basically making you feel so comfortable in the water, especially when you're submerged. Like I said, when you come out, you know, you might feel a little different. So trying to keep my body submerged always makes me feel a lot more comfortable. Now, talking about how long to soak, 9 hours has been tested for the duration in which to bathe and is perfectly safe and desirable. However, every 3 hours they had to run a new bath, because if you take that pH strip that I talked about earlier, you take a new pH strip, of course, and you test the water 3 times. You test at the beginning before you add your salts. You're gonna see tap water about 7.25 pH. Then you're gonna add that mixture or the alkabath salts, and you're gonna achieve 8 and 8.5 pH, somewhere between there. So you've tested now twice. And then the third time is after you've soaked for, I would say, minimum 30 minutes to really get a purification. I know a lot of people aren't gonna do these really long baths. However, when you do have something going on that you're pretty nervous about, you know, your body's speaking to you, it's really important to consider long. This way you'll really be alleviating your entire organism of any harmful substances that could be contributing to the poor health symptom in the first place. We see that about 90% of dis-ease is rooted in acidosis. These acids having a really hot inflammatory chemistry, you know, can burn out different tissues, organs, and glands, and even cause a lot of pain in the body. So no matter what you're dealing with, you know, you really want to consider these long durations, just soaking, you know, testing the third time and seeing what my water pH has changed to has kept me quite, you know, dedicated to these long baths I've been using on my healing journey for some time, because you can actually see what a huge amount of acids have been dumped into the bath water by noticing the pH is usually about 10 times of a change. So 10 times more acidic. So if it was 8.5, now I'm testing at 7.5. That's representing a 10 times change. We know in chemistry, each pH value represents a 10 times change. So it doesn't seem like a huge variance, 7.5 versus 8.5, and it actually truly is. This is the reason when they're testing these long baths with very ill people, they're redoing the bath every 3 hours. You would want to be soaking in the alkaline water, right? So as you dump more acids, you'll want to either run a completely new bath, or you can add a bit more salt as you go, depending. Mostly though, I would just stick with the initial pH 8 to 8.5, and then try to soak for an hour, half an hour minimum. An hour is ideal, and anything over the hour, you're getting larger amounts of acids and toxins out of the body, freeing this organism of all of that waste that can cause so many different issues with one's health. Please keep an eye out for the next video I do on what you need to know about alkaline detox baths. I'm grateful that you spent some time with me today in this way, and that you're taking a proactive approach to wellness. My job is to support you by empowering you with the knowledge that I have so generously received by Dr. Genshura and other naturopaths who took me under their wing, mostly the true naturopaths from Europe. Their teachings really resonate with me. So again, I invite you to check on my future videos, and mention anything in the comments below, any questions or anything that's on your mind. I would so appreciate that, and I thank you so much. Take good care.